You've seen him before, and you all love him, and he's got some great stories. You've seen him on TV and on stage shows. He's a member of the Comedy Hall of Fame, has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Here he is again, Mr. Malaprops, Norm Crosby.
I know Jack so many years. I was with Jack in the hospital when Nicole was born.
Yeah,
True?
True. Absolutely true.
She was this big. She's 9 feet tall now. But I have to say this. It's sentimental, but it's from my heart. Every once in a while, a performer is privileged to meet, to work with another performer whose devotion, whose passion for his craft inspires you. The quality of his work, his respect, the respect that he commands because of the quality of his work and because he cares so much about what he does. He's kind, he's gentle, he has left the stamp of human kindness upon the hearts of his fellows, and he is appreciated and respected by friend and competitor alike. But enough about Peter Marshall. I want to talk about Jack Jones. I do know Jack for a million years, and we belong to a cousins club, as a matter of fact, and everybody quit but us. We're the only two left. Isn't that true? Our cousins club with Jerry.
Oh,
and
yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. We're the last.
Are you here? Are you listening to me? Oh. This is a very this is a very musical afternoon because, of course, for Jack and Peter and Frankie and everybody that Allan, I mean, everybody that's in the music bit. I have nothing to do with music. You know that. I talk. I deal with words. Words are almost like music because comedians, if you've ever thought about this, comedians paint pictures with words. That's what we do. And it's up to you to close your eyes, to make a mental picture of what you hear, and that's how you appreciate comedy. That's the truth. The picture, Quasimodo, the Hunchback of Notre Dame, Quasimodo, coming home for lunch one day, and he sees a wok, a Chinese wok. Now, you all know what that looks like. Picture a wok on the kitchen table, and he says to his wife, "Oh, boy, we're having Chinese food." And his wife said, "No, sweetheart, I'm ironing your shirt." See, that's what I'm talking about, words. Like, take the word vegetation. How many know, have used that word so many times, how many of you know that vegetation is an old Indian word? It means bad hunter. I'm sorry, I didn't mean vegetation. What is it?
Which one are you going for?
What, a person who only eats vegetables.
Vegetarian.
Vegetarian. That's, see? He screwed me up. Oh. Vegetarian. Take the word ignoramus. Not ignoramus. Ignoramus. An ignoramus is a person who's stupid and also a pain in the ass.
What can you do with oxymoron?
With what?
What can you do with oxymoron?
Oh, oxymoron?
Yeah.
I didn't even want to talk about you. No, I have to say this. He's my friend, and you've heard all nice things. Everybody's going to get up and say nice things about Jack Jones, about his career, his talent. He is unquestionably the best of what he does. He is the best. Everybody in our business says that. You are. He did Man of La Mancha one time. We were on the Jerry Lewis telethon together, and Jack did Man of La Mancha. On my way home from the telethon, I bought a spear. He moved me so. I was really going to get rid of one of my neighbors. But it's weird. The things that are happening today are so weird. It's just a pleasure to be here to pay tribute to a good guy who is deserving of our accolades, who is deserving of our respect. There's lunacy going on. Did you know at the Beverly Hills Hotel 2 weeks ago, 2 antennas got married? Antennas. The wedding was so-so, but the reception was fantastic. I mean, we're talking about craziness. A frog hopped into a bank on Sunset Boulevard. He went to the loan lady. He wanted to make a loan. And they sent him to the loan lady, Miss Paddywhack. Her name was Helen Paddywhack. And he hopped up on her desk. He said, I'd like to make a loan. And, of course, the first question, do you have collateral? He said, excuse me, I don't even know that word. I'm a frog. She said, collateral. It means you must have something valuable in order to make a loan. He said, what could I have that's valuable? Oh, wait a minute. I have a genuine Hummel figure. I found it under a bush. I was hopping by some bushes in Beverly Hills. I found a Hummel figure. Somebody said it's valuable. She said, just a minute. She went to the president of the bank. She said, I have a frog who wants to make a loan. And the bank president, does he have collateral, Miss Paddywhack? And she said, well, he says he has a Hummel figure, but I don't know what that means. And the president of the bank said, it's a knick-knack, Paddywhack. Give the frog a loan. Jokes. What are jokes? Seriousness. I mean it. To pay tribute to a friend, to a good friend who is so brilliant, so talented, so incredibly good at what he does. And you look at him and you think, with that face, that hair, he's got to be a professor of physics. He's got to be a student of trigonometry, something that, would you think that he was a saloon singer? Would you look at Jack Jones? He's 7 feet tall. He has hair down to his clavicle, and just you never know when you look at things. A man went into a bar at the Beverly Hills Hotel. He said to the bartender, I want 6 shots of the finest liquor you have in this place. And the bartender pulled down a bottle of 40-year-old bourbon, and he poured out 6 shots. And the guy grabbed one and went, boom. And the bartender said, whoa, wait a minute. He said, sir, that is very fine, very expensive liquor. You don't bang them down. You sip those drinks. You savor the body, the flavor of the liquor. What's your rush? And the man said, hey, you'd rush too if you had what I got. And the bartender said, oh, I'm sorry, what have you got? And the man said, $2. Thank you so much. I'm delighted to be here.
Thanks for joining us. I can already feel the excitement building for our next Hollywood Media Professional Celebrity Showcase.